Okay. Good morning, Blurbus. Hello there. Guess it's been a while, hasn't it? But this is what I've been up to. Well, not just this, but everything building up to this. Look at those materials, look at that. These boxes were all pretty much full at some point. But yeah, now as you can see, I've laid out quite a bit of groundwork. So my mega base is coming up, huh? It's gonna be some fun time. I've streamed a little bit of this progress. Also, no need to tell me that the outer towers look like cakes. I know. But I'm really happy how the main structure turned out. The floor design was such a pain in the ass, but I think it was definitely worth it. I love how this and this play together. Such a nice little thing. So if you wonder what I've been doing since I've been gone, is getting materials for this. And where my main resource gathering happens is the industrial district, of course. Here's a little picture of it in Froggy's most recent video. And here's how it is now. Not exactly the same. Dare I say, a couple elephants in the room. Wait, I think that kind of beats the purpose of that expression. Anyway, let's take it from the top. Let's take it from the corner. How about that? So from my storage, going right outside here, I made this little contraption for dispenser auto crafting. It's not very smart, but it definitely did the job of not having to click a button 64 times. Why would I need 64 dispensers? Well, look at that. Let's be honest. That needs dispensers. It's a quadruple general mob farm, no spiders, just creepers, skeletons, and zombies. The zombie garbage being taken out, of course. Get out of here, man. This, as you can see, is a super smelter. And going on now, I'm very happy to say, everything I've shown is my own design. I've been playing around with designing this stuff I need a lot more recently, and it's great. Here's another design of my own, but that's always self-designed. A little storage system to keep the garbage. I grab these bones and bring in here with a pretty fast bone block crafter. Again, self-designed, very happy about that. The crafters have given me a second wind on building contraptions and whatnot. Oh yeah, and of course, the crafter implies 1.21. I got this nice mace here. Took quite a long time to get it because it has wind burst. The reason it didn't get a long time to get the mace is because Eli somehow got a heavy core in his first 15 minutes of a trial chamber, and he didn't want it, so he gave it to me. Well, getting the wind burst, now I have 2 leftover cores, so if Eli ever wants to play around with one of these, I can just give it to him. Out here into what I believe is my last original contraption. I have an automatic snow farm, and it's It's not smart. It's not smart at all. But it was plenty to get the 5 boxes I needed full of snow. What is this? None of that. So the main thing holding me away from just mining snow normally was that the crafting was really annoying me. So I hooked an autocrafter to it. But the problem is that the system overfloods because you can produce snow faster than a crafter can craft. Rather, actually, the crafters can keep up, but the hoppers can't. And the solution would be getting a whole lot more autocrafters, of course, but I didn't want to do that. So I guess what I did was a system like this with soul sand. This one block isn't soul sand, that's why he's not sinking in all the way. It's just stone bricks. Soul sand absorbs all the snow. Snow gets plopped out right here, fully crafted. Here's it getting crafted as we speak. And once the hopper's full enough, once the hopper's full enough, look at that, pulls me out. Once it's empty again, pulls me back in. Once it's full enough, pulls me back up, and so on and so forth. That way I can just AFK until my snow needs are met. Here's a fairly simple but really good concrete maker. If you're building this on your server, I'm only using 2 of these, not all 4, because of ghost block placing reasons. The full throttle like mode doesn't work for me. Maybe it will for you. I'm not gonna assume that, but it definitely doesn't work for me. Over here's another fairly simple contraption, a cobblestone generator. It's made for SciCraft Skyblock, I believe. Which is funny because there's all of these quartzless redstone contraptions, and I find that so fun for some reason. I don't know why I like it. It's just like, it's funny to me that at the point I built this in the game, there's much easier and more efficient ways for me to make these clocks, I think. But I'm not smart enough to do it, so I don't mess with it. What are you doing here, fella? Mini sniffer eggs, that's adorable. Over here this side, we have a contraption that is anything but simple. This was, well, this is the PUTF, I believe is what it's called by its creators. Something amongst the lines of perfect timing universal tree farm. And oh man. It has 5 modes for 5 different woods. Jungle doesn't work right now, but there are fixes for it. I just haven't bothered because I don't really need jungle wood, not in this season anyway. And as you may be able to guess, it was hell to build. It was horrible. Can you see how compact this thing is? Things are shoved into one another as much as humanly possible. It's incredible. It's incredible and terrifying and hard to build. So yeah, if you're looking for a challenge that will give you more results than you could possibly imagine, the PUTF. And last but not least, if you're not familiar with these designs, if you haven't looked at the scaffolding structure and immediately clocked it, it's a shulker farm. Well, you probably clocked it by the time I got hit by a random pellet. turn this on, a minecart will fetch a... Don't shoot me. Okay, it's not shooting me, it's just shooting them. So here's a shulker that is constantly getting duplicated. There's this supercharger system with these shulkers that just machine gun it down. It's pretty insane. It makes way too many shulker shells. I love it. I really do. It's single dimension as opposed to a lot of the nether portal designs that I've seen. And for the industrial district, it's perfect. I'm not selling shulker boxes or anything, so I don't have to worry about the production difference. But then again, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have enough to sell. As you can see, there's little neat lines connecting it all to the industrial system, and one goes all the way down. You can see this ominous looking box, and if you look inside it, it's pretty clear what it is. My Amethyst farm. Now, what I said earlier, if you're looking for a challenge that will give you as much result as you could possibly imagine, you should build the PUTF. If you're looking for a challenge that will give you a lot less output, a lot less results than you're looking for, you might be excited to see this. Of course, it is a worthy farm to make. Amethyst is a pain in the ass to farm in any capacity. Manually, I really don't like doing it. But to much of my dismay, this isn't that much better. It really isn't. Let me adjust the timer here before I demonstrate it, because the first time I tried to demonstrate this on video, I broke the entire thing. I pressed the manual button, I pressed the manual activation button, and while it was going, this 3-hour timer activated at the same time. So yeah, within 3 hours, I picked the exact right moment. Let's hope I don't do it again, shall we? Well, I won't, because I just changed the timer. But as you can see, it works in a 3-axis custom flying machine pattern. It just shaves off all of the different little amethyst shard pieces. Of course, there's parts that you'll never be able to get because they intersect within the axis, like this one. You know, this is blocked, that is blocked, and vertically, of course, it's blocked. It really doesn't give as much product as I wished it would. Not because of any fault in the farm design whatsoever. Farm design is great. Ilmango and the SciCraft team did a fucking incredible job. Who would have guessed, right? But amethyst clusters take too long. Like, that's just it. It just takes too long. It's really annoying, and I don't like it. I don't think that's a hot take, you know? This is annoying. So if I'm being honest, if you need a bunch of amethyst shards, especially if you play on a server, just get a friend to do it, you know? Like, get a friend that you're willing to pay with something you have, if they don't mind doing this, or even if you don't mind doing this that much. You could go and farm it. I really don't like it, so that was my solution. But after breaking this farm many a time and having to rebuild those custom flying machines, I'm sick of it. But I guess that wraps it up for the industrial district. You know, I know it's a lot. I tried to get some of this recorded, but, well, if you've been following what's been happening, I've had some issues with the recording. Things corrupting, things not working, including my editing software. It's just been a whole nightmare. What the hell is this? I don't know what this show. But I guess it's best to just move on into the base, shall we? I don't really see a purpose showing me place all of these individual blocks in one video or in videos at all. You know, that's gonna take pretty goddamn long. But what I think is worth showing in the video, I do have a little ongoing problem in the mega base, and it should be pretty visible. Yep, there it is. There's the bastards. All over my stuff. Yeah, what can I do about that? Can't just sleep forever. This thing's gonna have a roof, damn it. Take a little nap. Morning Blorbus. And then some of my problems are solved. But some annoying guys are still around, I guess. But I do have a little plan to get rid of this little problem. But first I gotta do something. It's weird to have you here, you know?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
I'm a special guest. I'm agreeing with you. It is weird to have me here.
Yeah, you're very special.
I'm special, yeah. Sure.
So back in April, I came up with an event that I thought was super special, super creative, called Secret Fools. And we would draw each other's names out randomly, and we would have to prank one another. And I thought it'd be super fun. And turns out I stole the entire thing from Hermitcraft, name included. But it's been friggin' months, and I've done nothing. Did you sign up?
Yeah.
Did you prank someone?
Yeah. No.
Well,
I can't prank them. My prank doesn't work. They don't have any trees.
Then come up with another. You just told me it's not me then. Well, I've already gotten God already though.
Well, it's not you, so.
Yeah, I already got God. Let me see if I have footage of that. Oh no, that footage fucking corrupted as well. They played scary music in my base whenever I broke anything. But yeah, I'm not the only one who slacked on the pranking. But I'll try to start a chain of unslacking and the pranking. How about that? Since I was so late for it. What the hell? Mushrooms? Anyway. Since I was so late for the prankage, I had plenty of time to come up with something creative. And I came up with this. This is Scrumpy, the grumpy gnome.
He's beautiful.
He is beautiful. And he will be materialized on the server soon enough. To demonstrate what he does, Lemon, would you like to ask Scrumpy a question?
Do you like hot Cheetos or Cheerios?
It's a question about you.
Oh.
He's like a fortune teller, like a magic 8-ball.
Okay.
He answers your queries.
Your fortune reads, you are throwing your life away.
Great. Does that answer your question?
It did. It did.
That's great. Let me ask.
Thank you.
Scrumpy, what should I do today?
Your fortune reads, figure it out yourself.
Okay, thank you. He's always down to help. Even with, if I go over here, if I come here, daylight cycle on, time set, night, and I get to go to bed, give me personal space. I've been vocal about this. This is my boundary, my Minecraft boundary.
Wake the hell up already. Your lucky numbers for today are 1.
So I can then and
69.
okay. So he greets you every morning with your lucky numbers, and they'll change. These are set, and right now there's only 9 messages In here, there's only 9, but there's space for 30 or more in there. And at least a couple numbers. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. The problem is, the way this big fella speaks is with music discs. And I don't have an easy supply of music discs, obviously. So I need to figure out a disc farm. For a disc farm, I need a creeper farm that gets killed by skeletons. I made this little setup here. More on that stuff in the back later. You stay here. Perfect color for this. So is this enough for them to be scared? Looks like it. Nope, definitely not.
He's totally fine.
He is. He really is. What about here? Maybe the radius is a circle. Oh, would you look at that? The radius is a circle, which means I have to redo my whole thing. Whoops. Okay, perfect color for this too. This should be better. So if I put this guy here, he's fine. But if I put this guy here, he's fine. But if I put this guy here, he runs away. That's odd. That's really odd. So let's cap it off. Is the same true in the other side? Yep, runs away. But here, it doesn't. That's fun. Yep, seems to be perfectly symmetrical, which is pretty great news.
Yay.
Now, with a platform this shape, it looks kind of nice. You know what I mean?
It does. It's kind of beautiful if you look at it.
So let's do maybe 5 platforms. What'd you think?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay, so let's go to the farming area. Turns out we spent like 3 hours designing a farm that didn't work because the cat scared mechanic works differently than we thought. So here's the end of it. But yeah, we AFK'd for a little bit. And many discs. Very good indeed.
This is so awesome.
Isn't it? So there's 5 of these platforms here. And for some reason, the creepers don't get scared very efficiently. Like, you can see there's a guy right there. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he gets scared. I'm sure there's people that are smarter than me out there that have figured out what this issue is, what it's caused. I think there's something to do with the trapdoors in their heads. But well, I need only creepers to spawn, so I can't take those out. We didn't use a circular pattern anymore like this because it was so unreliably scaring the creepers that we just gave up on that idea. But having this pattern here worked a lot better, still with 5 of distance, that finding out the radius of a creeper scare still was... Oh, I can load it from here. But yeah, finding it out was still useful. So the creepers spawn, eventually they get pushed to the edge because they're scared. They jump in there, they think they can pathfind because of this gap area here. Again, we tried with a full wall here, but it didn't work as well. So I substituted it with little platforms like this. It's lit up in just a way where no mobs will spawn in here, but they won't spawn in here. Alright, I said it all wrong. And then they all get pushed in here. They get funneled into this little corridor here where you can see the onslaught of arrows. Down here we have a couple iron golems and 2 skeletons for each iron golem. They're all name tagged and they're forever shooting towards them. The arrows get caught by the water stream and they get somewhat funneled into this area here. There's a couple dead spots, of course, But you know what? It works plenty good enough for me right now. They all get killed by these arrows, and since they're skeleton arrows, the game thinks, well, skeleton just killed a creeper, drop a disc. And then all the discs get shoved in there. And that's it. I'll probably take that to the server now. What do you say?
Yeah. I say yeah.
That was awkward as hell. I was already going to stop the recording. Oh, you too. Edge too, Vicky. You also say it looks like I have eyes and a mustache. You have no idea how many times I've heard this. Now I have a bunch of cats. However, I also have a disc farm. One more step towards Scrumpy being reality, including these fake arrows that don't exist. Check this out. Absolutely filled to the brim with creeper discs. They just fall right in here because they're scared of the cats. They get killed by the arrows because those skeletons think they can hit these goals. And it goes on forever and ever. Well, when I'm here. I already got a couple of boxes of discs in my house, so I've pretty much already exhausted the need for this farm. But Chromium did ask if I was gonna open a disc shop, and you know, why not? We'll see. However, that is not the only thing I've been working on. Near the spawn portal, you can see a little contraption here. And a contraption over there. Here's a portal that will be restored in due time. And here's a portal that will be useful to us right now. You can see very clearly there's a structure here holding cell of sorts. And basically on the other side of this portal, there's just a simple dropper that drops items through the portal. And what happens is the items go through the water and it switches sides on this contraption here, back and forth. So Lemon and Chromium helped me build this machine. That smaller portal connects to this smaller portal. This whole machine will be gone soon enough. Chromium and Lemon also helped me design. Oh, here's Lemon AFK for me. Helped me design this part here. This part I also designed myself, this flying machine here. Because we're gonna be taking some boys over to that little contraption near spawn. If you're not familiar with the concept, you might be thinking, Omega, what the hell are you doing near spawn? What the hell are you putting near spawn? It's you. Well, putting wardens in there. So basically, if you're not familiar with the concept of a MobSwitch, first you gotta be familiar with the concept of a mob cap. Basically, there is a maximum amount of mobs that can be spawned in the game at one given time. There's different mob caps. There's mob cap for fish, I believe, mob cap for squid, and there's the one that we end up dealing with the most, the mob cap for hostile mobs. That's what we deal with when we're doing farms, when we're doing slime farms, when we're doing general mob farms. There's only gonna be so many mobs spawned at one time. So we look for something that just hits the sweet spot. In this case, a mob that spawns, counts to the mob cap, and can't despawn. You might think, how can I flood this mob cap so no more mobs spawn in the game? You can just name tag a bunch of zombies or something, but you can't. When you name tag a zombie, it no longer counts the mob cap. When a zombie picks up an item, no longer counts the mob cap. Wardens very much still count the mob cap, even though they don't despawn if they're constantly aggroed. Another concept that is important for you to understand if you want to understand a mob switch is the spawn chunks. There are a few chunks at spawn that are always loaded at all times, as long as the server's up. If I go up to that very specific spot near spawn, shove a bunch of mobs in there that will always be loaded and can't despawn, no other mobs can spawn in the rest of the server because the mob cap is full. There isn't any more space for more mobs. There's 70 or 80 already. They're just all at spawn, near no player on site. And the reason you call it a mob switch is because, you know, you can turn it on and off. So I'm basically gonna be moving these wardens from within the spawn chunks where they are loaded and they stop all mob spawning, and moving them out of the spawn chunks just a little. Just out of them so they don't get loaded anymore, mob spawn as normal. So people can still run their farms and their things, of course. Or if they just want the game to be hard, that's also fair. Once it's done, honestly, I don't mind, anyone can use it. I'm willing to make it open, just a button press away, and you can just turn those pesky mobs right off. For that, I need this. You might have seen this in my test world earlier, but here's the general idea. I don't like doing this, I never do, but if you step on top of there, oh look, a warning. There he is. Crawling out of the friggin' ground like a creature. He gets attracted to no block, runs right into that water stream, is pushed up into this portal, where on the other side, let me see if I can show you. Scary, scary. Oh, he was not far away enough. Be mad at me? Sorry for the darkness, but you can see here that the warden is in the portal, and usually doesn't take that long. He's only stuck in there because I decided to mess around with him. There we go. He's now going towards the no block. He goes towards the next no block, but by the time he's there, he's gonna be attracted to that one that is constantly on, where he's gonna stand there and then just gonna get plonked right down. Plop. Let's say 128. How about that? If I just stand right here, it should be constantly cranking out wardens that are gonna be attracted in here, shoved right up, and the moment they're through, next shriek. Yep. Next warden. Next warden that's gonna go right through. Yep. That's gonna happen 140 times by the time this dropper is empty. It gets activated every time they walk over this pressure plate. By the time it's empty, this is gonna turn off, which means this piston will push me out of the damn thing, so I don't keep spawning wardens that are gonna die to entity cramming. Chromium and Lemon helped me a lot with this. We got some pretty funny moments from that. But I'll be just right here, AFKing for the foreseeable future. I'll see you once we have a nice bouquet of deadly infection creatures that we can herd like sheep. Ah, poop. Well, let's figure out what happened. Alright. That's great. Question mark. Definitely scary. Now let's see where this guy got me. And why. Did he just despawn? Okay. If that's gonna be it, I was gonna find him. But, well, problem solved, I guess. Since the card is full, in theory, let's see if the receiving end of the machine works. Don't be trying to scare me. Though I should be able to just... So they're going to the receiving end. I'm so freaking scared. I don't know if I've made that clear, but if I fuck this up, there's gonna be 30 wardens at spawn. And that's what we call in the business bad. Too much darkness, even? Alright. And now, give me that. Yep, there they go. Come on, squeeze through. Are they stupid? Yes, they are stupid. I guess who else is stupid? This guy. Well, the testing in world and in my testing world did not quite match up the way I wanted it to. And the system just didn't work. There was a lot of trial and error with that. No wardens were released, luckily. Well, you'll see. But basically, if you're gonna do this, you should probably go with fences. That's what worked for me. Let me save you from the boring looking over and over until until I finally solve this puzzle. Let's just go to the grand finale. Oh my god, that was great. Alright, we got a winner. Come on, guys. Yep. Yo, that's not good. That's not good at all. I'm putting them in Lemon's portal. All right. I'll go take care of that in just a second. I'm sorry, Lemon. Your purse so big. It was easy. I'll get rid of those for you in a second. They seem to have all gone in. Yeah. This works out fine. It's gonna be my go-to MobSwitch design forever, I guess. So I need to go there, break these, reassemble that portal. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Let's go. So as you can see in this terrifying amalgam of death, they should be here. They're right outside of this area of the spawn chunks, which should mean they are not being rendered all the time. This way to the pit. They like this corner and one another. Yeah, they're touching foreheads. Now they're doing a jig. Now they're going their own path. This is great. Good to understand how they live. Didn't know wardens were gay. You live and you learn. Uh-oh. Well, just to wrap it up in this beautiful rain, the MobSwitch is off. They're outside. So if I go to a place like here, you can see all sorts of bad influences here. All over the place. Normal game, working normally. What the fuck? Who are you? But if I come over here to the MobSwitch and switch it, you can see that now the light is on. They're over to this side and they have left the lazy chunks, re-entered the spawn chunks, which means now I'm back at Lemons and I can fly around as freely as I could possibly want. You can look far and wide, you can look wherever you want, you can pause, you can look for mobs. Well, not passive mobs, I'm talking about hostile mobs. Look underground, as far as you can see. I mean it, there are no mobs. The game is basically on peaceful mode. And I can turn it on and off at my own will. Sure, they'll have no effect in my ego whatsoever. So what I'm doing is I'm adding in the audio files for the you-know-who. Lemon is helping me here. I type in audio player upload, click this link that opens a file bin. I add in the next file. And I click here. Put on item. Name it just so we're organized.
15.
And it works like a charm. You can see that I already have all the voice lines. Now we're just doing some numbers.
17. 18.
And we're done. Grab this, grab that, you grab your bed. Now, find a place real quick. Follow me, because you're gonna help me build now. You're too deep. You're too deep in this. Now we gotta be sneaky, because the people on the server are looking for us. Because they want to be devious. Somewhere around here. I think it's that. Pain. So yeah, it's Nevera Space. That's who I got on April Fools. Come out, come out. I've only been here because I made the portal in the roof. The only times I've seen this place were during Nevera's stream. And yeah, I don't know where to put Scrumpy. It's tempting to put him in one of these underground rooms, but I think it's a bit overwhelming. I would like to put him outside, but as you can clearly see, it's ocean. I don't know if you've been up there, but you've definitely seen this structure up here. Come on. You've seen this, right? Oh, there's a perfectly flattened area here for me. I guess I could put it here. I think that's a good spot. And we're done. There he is. Glorious, Scrumpy. I freaking love this guy. I love this dude. Now we just gotta get in to load up the discs. Let's make an entrance. Follow me. Oh no, I took out the rest of... Let me go outside real quick. Now, click the button, please.
Your fortune reads, you were born incorrectly.
Okay. Do it again.
Your fortune reads, we all die eventually.
Okay. Just one more time.
Your fortune reads, always prepare for the worst. That's what you deserve anyway.
Alright. Thank you, Scrumpy. Now let's try the numbers. Hopefully that should be it. Perfectly timed. It's almost time to sleep. Close up the crack. And if I go EP, he should say...
Wake the hell up already. Your lucky numbers for today are 3, 22, 45, 420.
Good one. Sorry. Yeah, it works. Here it is. Scrumpy at its entire glory. In a different note, I don't know if Scrumpy will be staying around here because I think Navarius is busy with other stuff and hasn't been active for a hot minute. So, I don't know. This is probably not gonna be Scrumpy's forever home. They'll probably be on the shopping district somewhere. I'll talk to Navarius about it and see what they think. But yeah. April Fools. I gave you a little guy that hates you. That's a prank, right? Well, not you. I didn't give you anything.
Your fortune reads, your soul is yucky.
Your soul is yucky. But yeah. This episode I did Scrumpy, I did a tour of the industrial district, I did a demonstration of the mega base, and I designed a disc farm, and I designed and built a MobSwitch. Maybe I should do shorter episodes. Just saying. Yeah, if anyone's still watching, other than Lemon here, thank you so much. Look at Lemon, he's doing a little jig. Look, like for a little jig. For every like, Lemon will do a little jig. I think that's enough. Oh god. Forgot about that.